All over my social media is this trend of wanting to be in our feminine, wanting to attract a very masculine man who is a provider and who is a protector so that us women can be in our feminine and not feel like we have to be the one controlling and leading and getting everything done. And I am 100% all for that. However, no matter what your gender or sexuality is, everybody has masculine and feminine energy. There's toxic femininity, there's toxic masculinity, and there's generative femininity and generative masculinity. As women, we have this deep sense of rejecting toxic masculinity, both embodied in an actual man and also within ourselves. We don't want to live this life where we feel like we aren't whole and we're striving and we're controlling and we have to beat out the competition in order to survive. However, we don't want to reject masculinity in general. That ambition is really helpful. We cannot only be in feminine energy. If we're just in our feminine energy and we're outsourcing all masculinity to a male counterpart, that for one is very dangerous. Even when we're with a healthy masculine, we don't want to outsource our ability to protect or provide to anything outside ourselves. We want to be able to embody that ourselves. Wanting a soft life without pressure isn't actually going to feel fulfilling. It comes more naturally for women to create movements, to have vision, to be intuitive. That is also available to men as well, but that's feminine energy. And what I've realized in my own life is, I am so good at having vision. I'm so good with intuition. I am so good at having purpose and meaning and fulfillment. But I actually need to take those visions and put them into the physical world. And I need generative masculine energy in order to do that. And I am not going to outsource my creative visions to a man or anyone or anything outside of myself. And in fact, God has taken away opportunities that I thought were going to put me on the map because I needed to learn my success is not in any one opportunity. And there were relationships that were healthy. They were not toxic, but those also gotten taken away because I also knew that being with that person, because they were a healthy masculine, I would not have felt the need to empower myself to create my life and my vision. Because they had so much vision in their life, it would have been easy for me to sort of follow along. And yes, of course, do my own thing. It's not like I wasn't thinking for myself, but not to the same extent without their presence in my life. And now I'm like, oh my God, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? And honestly, for women, I think the easiest way to embody both masculine and feminine energy is in the online space, because you can create a business off of literally any of your passions. You love to cook, create something with cooking. You're a singer or you're an artist, make content around that. Grow your audience, learn how to be visible, become the kind of person who's comfortable being seen. Use your masculine energy to have ambition and drive to create content and post it. Use your feminine energy to have vision and intuition of where you should go. And the unique combination of who you are, your energy, your race, your gender, your sexuality, your interests, the combination of all of the things that make you you are going to help you stand out. When you're creating an online business and a personal brand, it requires you to deeply know yourself and be completely genuine and authentic to who you are, because there is no way you're going to stand out in a place that is so saturated unless you know who you are, you stand on who you are, you love what you do, and you unapologetically show up as that person day after day. But we need generative masculine energy to do that, because you actually have to post. You want to have a strategy. It is such a lie to say, I don't really care if I grow my audience. I just want to have fun. That may be true, but if you really want to create a personal brand and a business so that you can magnetize your dream opportunities, even your soulmates, meaning your soul partnerships, your friendships, events, opportunities, and yes, maybe even lovers by being yourself online and reaching a huge audience that you would have never been able to see in real life. That is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I want to encourage women, especially, if you want to live in a soft life, put yourself in the soft life. Don't feel like you have to wait for a healthy, masculine man to give you the soft life. Do you know how long you're going to be waiting for that? And also, those men are probably on the other side of you being fully embodied and in line with your soul's mission and having both your masculine and your feminine energy locked in, completely balancing one another. Yes, being soft, being feminine, laying back, being quiet, letting things come to you, but as well as going for what you want, going for your dreams, speaking up for yourself and for other people who are disempowered, making money, creating wealth, being financially literate, understanding how business works, opening your LLC, tracking your finances, going to the gym, doing that work that you need to do in order to give yourself a life of peace. If you want a life where you have complete control over your schedule, over your time, you could go summer in Europe if you want. Why not start a personal brand that allows you to create your life on your own terms? If you're thinking, oh wow, that sounds amazing, but I have no idea where to start. Posting sounds so intimidating. I don't even know what I would say. You absolutely have something to say. You have learned something that you can share with others. You just being you is going to be able to connect with people and opportunities that you wouldn't have ever dreamed of, but you can't get paid for what you do and who you are if you're not visible. You need to be visible. And even if you show up once, you need to be consistently showing who you are and what you can do online. It's basically like going to an event. And every time you post, it's a potential lottery ticket to completely change your life. So why wouldn't you take it? If you're someone who wants to be more consistent online and build your personal brand so that you can put yourself in the soft life, have the most amazing opportunities come to you and magnetize your dream life, I have a free course and workbook called the Consistency Kickstart. It's going to walk you through mindsets that you need, the lifestyle and identity shifts that you need to have, and a plan and strategy to help you make your first steps toward creating your online presence. It's going to help you grow your character. It's going to help you really live that life that you know that you're meant to live. I actually like to use the word materialize instead of manifest because manifest is just used so much. But think about materializing something. What do I have in my mind and how can I make it a thing? How can I take something in my head and touch it and have something to show for it, not for other people, not for approval, not to feed my ego, but so that I can actually live a life that I love waking up to every single day. I want to get up in the morning and be so turned on, so energized, so excited to be in my life and present through every single moment. That is what I'm working towards. And let me tell you, I am going to get it, period, because I'm so determined and I'm so focused. And I know that I need my masculine energy in order to do that. If you want the free course called the Consistency Kickstart, the link is going to be in the description. I just want to say that I think that there are some spiritual people who feel like all they have to be is spiritual in order to have inner peace. That is really far from the truth. In order to have full alignment and full inner peace, you want to be anchored into something bigger than yourself, but you also are here on this earth to play the game. To play the game of life and to make all of your dreams a reality, not use spirituality as escapism from your life. You want to be in your life and love being in your life. Do you love every aspect of your life? If not, change it. Make the decisions that you have to do to change it. Will it be easy? No. Will there be pain? Will there be obstacles? Will there be loss? Yes. But if you keep the vision in your head, you will materialize it. However painful it is, there'll be equal and opposite joy. And to me, that is so worth it. I am here to squeeze the life of lemon dry. I don't want to live a passive mid life. I want to live life to its fullest. And if you want to do that too, and you want to build a personal brand to help embody that version of you, let's do that together. All of the people who follow me are literally the coolest people who are not willing to settle for anything less than greatness. Thanks for listening once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.